Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Just 8 days away from Tennessee taking on Virginia. Andy Kelly days away. Cannot wait. Ready to start talking some Tennessee football. The ball's going to be off over the weekend, and then it is full steam ahead, getting ready for Virginia coming up next Saturday, noon kick. Going to be covering everything right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. But it's that time of year where you start to see all these crazy predictions, these hot takes, everybody in the media. Last chance to get those preseason predictions in. I've seen everything from Tennessee winning 10 to 11 games. One of the listeners of this channel actually sent me a media outlet yesterday that had Tennessee at 7-5, which is kind of comical to me. 7-5. I think we've seen Josh Heupel overachieve each year he's been at Tennessee. 7 wins in year one. You guys know the quote. I play it all the time for Bronny Garner. You don't come to Tennessee to win 7 games. You come to Tennessee to win championships, SEC championships, national championships. But still, 7 wins in year one was overachieving. Of course, we know what this football team did a year ago. So where are they at going into year 3 of the Josh Heupel era? I think a lot of you guys probably saw this screen capture floating around Twitter, floating around Facebook. It was from SEC Now with Alyssa Lang and Chris Doering. And it had the screen capture with the caption, Tennessee trending down. Do you see Tennessee trending down? Now, is that just a buzzword to get you to watch, to get you to click? Maybe. We're going to take a look and see what Chris Doering had to say about the Vols. But first, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up just below this video. It is quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't talk at you. We are building a community of Tennessee fans right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. For the fans, by the fans. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Tons of content coming your way this upcoming week. It is go time. Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Fan call-in show. We're going to do a Monday morning show, 9 a.m. Monday evening stream, 7 p.m. Tuesday, playing NCAA football. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Tons of live streams and videos coming your way, so make sure you're dialed in, tuned in for that. But let's jump into it. Let's take a look at the clip from SEC Now, what Chris Doering had to say about the Tennessee Volunteers.
How about a team like Tennessee? We've all been high on Tennessee, certainly from the start or towards the end of last season. Joe Milton takes over, and he has everything you could ask for from a talent standpoint. That doesn't always translate to winning football games. You still got to turn that talent into wins on Saturday. Where are you with the Vols race?
What does Joe Milton have to do? What does Joe Milton have to do to prove to the media, to prove to the fans, to prove to everybody that he's got what it takes? What is he going to have to do? We always talk about Bowling Green Joe or Orange Bowl Joe. We also had Vanderbilt Joe. We also had Joe Milton all last year. Yes, a lot of it was mop-up duty. But Joe Milton, 64.6% completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, has not thrown an interception since he's been in Knoxville. It's not happened. And, I pointed this out in the video I made yesterday, again, about the negativity surrounding the program, the lack of respect for this program. Brent Hubbs over at VolQuest made a great point on their podcast talking about Joe Milton. When he first came here and won the starting job, he was about 3 to 4 months in on looking at this offense, learning this offense, trying to figure out where to go with the ball, when to be there. Now he's going into year 3 under this offense, under Josh Heupel. If he's not grown, if he's not developed, if he's not the guy, we've got major problems. But what does Joe have to do to prove to the media, to prove to us, to stop me from doubting, to stop you from doubting? Some of you guys are in. You're all in. You bought in. Let's hear a little bit more.
Let's not. First and foremost, I'm very high on Josh Heupel, his offense, the future of the program. I'm very high on Joe Milton. I think he'll get there. But to think.
Okay. Very high on Josh Heupel. Very high on the offense. Very high on Joe Milton. Alyssa Lang just said just a second ago, surrounded with talent. If you're high on Joe Milton, if you're high on Josh Heupel, what's the problem? Why would we have a caption below us that says Tennessee is trending down? You see, that makes no sense to me because we've talked it to death all offseason, previewing this season, looking ahead to year 3 of the Josh Heupel era. This team is loaded with depth and loaded with talent. We've talked about the defensive side of the ball. The front 7, everybody that's watched, everybody in the media, guys like Eric Ainge, VFLs that take in all practice, not just stretching and routes on air. They get to watch it all. And they're saying this front 7 is vastly improved from a year ago. Eric Ainge went so far as to call the linebacker group the deepest, best group, positional group on this football team. That's on the defensive side of the ball. That's not looking at Josh Heupel and his offense that's always going to score points, always going to be successful. So if the defense is improving and you believe in Joe Milton, we know the wide receiver room is loaded with weapons. I get it. I understand. Maybe from a casual perspective, if you don't follow Tennessee football, if you don't live it, sleep it, breathe it 24/7, maybe you don't understand how much talent is in that wide receiver room. Maybe you just see that Jalen Hyatt's off to the NFL and you don't understand that Squirrel White, Dante Thornton, going to step right into that slot position. They run that same speed that Jalen Hyatt has, and Josh Heupel's going to dial them up and set you up all day long. So where's the problem? Where's the problem, Chris? Tell me what the problem is. Why is Tennessee trending down?
That they're going to lose maybe one of the best players in the history of that program in Hendon Hooker and not miss a beat at all.
Hold on a second. Maybe you should pump the brakes, or maybe I should pump the brakes. Hendon Hooker, where do you consider him amongst the all-time greats? Because, again, I feel like this is the national media's narrative. Well, they lost Darnell Wright. They lost Jalen Hyatt. They lost Hendon Hooker. They're done. Write them off. Trending down 7-5. It's over, boys. I don't think you understand the talent that's on this football team. But where do you consider Hendon Hooker amongst the all-time greats, the guys like Peyton Manning, Eric Berry, Reggie White, Condridge Holloway, Doug Atkins, Jamal Lewis, Al Wilson, Heath Shuler? I can go on and on. Hendon Hooker was a great football player for Tennessee. Where would you put him amongst the all-time greats? And as I rattle off those names, man, I know it's a fun conversation to say, can you imagine Alvin Kamara and Josh Heupel's offense? Can you imagine Josh Dobbs in this Josh Heupel offense? And then I just rattled off Heath Shuler. Can you imagine Heath Shuler, one of the all-time greats of Tennessee football, in this Josh Heupel offense? Just an interesting note. Let's have some fun with that in the comment section. Let's talk about what all-time greats would you like to see in Josh Heupel's offense at Tennessee? Let's see what else Chris has to say. So his number one point of why Tennessee is trending down is because you lost Hendo Cinco. Let's hear more.
When you're playing a schedule like this is way naive.
This
I mean, look
tough.
at the road games. You got to go to Florida, and an incredibly tough place to play in September for his first road start. Bama, Kentucky, Missouri, and you draw A&M and Georgia at home. That is a tough schedule. Tennessee has not won 11 games in back-to-back seasons since 97 and 98. I actually think they take a bit of a step back.
Wait, did you hear what he just said? Let's hear that again.
Since 97 and 98.
Wait, what did you say, Chris?
Back-to-back seasons since 97 and 98.
Feels like 98. Let's take a look at the schedule, because that's what he's saying. That's a tough schedule. That's what's going to cause Tennessee to trend down. And here's where I kind of agree with Chris. I can kind of get along with his logic here, his thinking process. At Florida, I've said it over and over and over again. That's the one for me. Going on the road in the swamp, we know the history there. Been a minute. It's been a minute since we've seen Tennessee win at the swamp. But I think this is a different football team with a different mindset, different leadership. I don't think they're going to have that worry about going down to the swamp. Now, if you go to the ESPN FPI, right, it predicts the games. It's got Florida at 51.1% favorites to win that game. Now, I get it. The ESPN FPI is not the end-all, be-all. It's an AI-generated system that puts out these predictions, but it's pretty dang accurate for the most part. But also, you know who else is accurate? Vegas is pretty accurate. They have Tennessee as a 7-point favorite going into that game against Florida. But to me, the entire season hinges on September the 16th. That is a crucial game. You get through that game with a win, I think you're opening the season 5-0, possibly 6-0. You know, some people ask me, Boogie, I don't understand. Who's the third loss? When I say I think this Tennessee team finishes the year at 9-3, you're going to chalk up Georgia and Alabama. You say, Boogie, where's the third loss come from? Well, that's just the thing. I don't know where it comes from, but I look at a game like Texas A&M. And again, Tennessee favored in that game by 6 points as well. The ESPN FPI has Tennessee at 66% odds to win that game. Also look at going on the road to play Kentucky. And I get it. We sell a T-shirt that says Kentucky's daddy because we own Kentucky, but you're still going on the road. And the placement on the schedule is what concerns me a little bit, because you're going to play Texas A&M on the 14th. And then you're going to follow that up on the road at Alabama. Those are two tough games, top 25 opponents. I know I just said Tennessee favored to beat Texas A&M. But then you go on the road to play Alabama. That is going to be an emotional high playing that Alabama team. And let's just say Tennessee rattles off 6 wins. You're 6-0 going on the road to play Alabama. How high is Tennessee in the rankings? That's going to be a big-time matchup. Everybody's going to be talking about the win last season. Can Tennessee pull it off on the road? Then you got to go on the road to play Kentucky. And again, Tennessee favored to win that game. The ESPN FPI 53%. Vegas doesn't have the odds out yet. But it's not necessarily that I think Tennessee's going to win 3 games. I think they've just got several games that they can slip up and lose on that schedule. But is Tennessee trending down? Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form do I think that is accurate. I think that is to get people to click. I think that's a buzzword. They're not trending down. Do they take a step back? Maybe. 9-3, I'm happy with that. I think this football team can go win 10 games. They can go win 11 games. Hell, let's go win a national championship, boys. Why not? Why not us? Why not now? Jump into the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the merch, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. The link is also in the description. Also, a link in the description of how you can get involved in the NIL game. You want to continue to land those big-time recruits. We got to support Spire Sports Group. We got to join the volunteer club. There is a link in the description where you can do that. As always, thank you to the members of the channel. You guys are the reason I get to do this full time. The way you support this channel, hitting that join button down below and making that commitment to pay $1 a month. That's all I'm asking. $1 a month is what pays the light bill around here and keeps Talkin VAWLS moving full steam ahead. But if you can't give, you can't donate, that's fine. Just smash the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. Jump to the comment section. Let's talk some Tennessee football because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.